Hello there, it's Hayley from SevereWeatherTV.com with the severe weather outlook for this first day of July. How about that? So what's happening in the Eastern Pacific? 2 different tropical storms, and in the Atlantic we have our first tropical storm of the season, as well as what's predicted to be the first hurricane of the season. In the United States, 30% chance for severe thunderstorms today, 15, and then 5 after that. So here's the map. We also have this stuff over here in the Northwest Pacific, low chance over here, and a medium chance back here per the JTWC on these systems back here. And then we have these 2 storms. We have Douglas, who's moving away from land, and then we have Elida, who is producing, rains that are intense rains, very strong rains, as well as strong winds and elevated wave heights from 3 to 4 meters per the SMN with Elida. Here's a satellite loop of Elida. Elida is luckily weakening, so that's good. And of course, this thing is far away from land. So, in the Atlantic, we have Arthur now. Arthur, who is predicted to be a Category 1 hurricane 1 day from now, July 3rd, as of 1... It would be 2 p.m., I believe, for the eastern coast, if I remember correctly. Here are a whole bunch of images of Arthur. So here's a satellite loop. Here, obviously, also is a satellite loop. Here's some of the advisories in effect. Here's radar. Now, of course, radar cuts off because we don't have radar sites for the United States out there. So you can see the beginnings of Arthur on the radar with that. There is a tropical storm watch in effect for this area. It's really hard to tell. The green is just really blending in with the map. And then there are several different hurricane local statements. You can click on any of these to read more if you're in one of the affected areas to see what your local National Weather Service office is saying about the storm. And right now they're expecting winds, rainfall, and dangerous surf conditions to be the hazards with this. So this thing is expected to be Category 1 hurricane as of that. They were originally predicting around here there would be Category 1 hurricane. Now, of course, even if this thing doesn't make landfall, it's going to be brushing quite close to the coast, so obviously still a problem. Around here or so, it's expected to turn extratropical. So let's look at some visualizations. Here's some in the Eastern Pacific of these 2 different storms. The models on the left are from the ECMWF. This is from the GFS. Let's take a look at the Atlantic. So watch this. This is the thing that skips ahead in 24-hour increments. So the ECMWF shows this as being pretty potent. Then the GFS doing something similar. So pretty potent extratropical storm as well, hitting these parts of Canada in the future per this model as well. So this is just 2 of the available models. So on that note, let's look at more of the models. So here's Elida with the possible trajectories, that's the word. And then most of the models showing that Elida is weakening, not strengthening. But a storm that is strengthening, it is really hard to tell on this. But here is about where the cutoff is on this graphic between tropical storm status and hurricane, Category 1 hurricane status. So most of the models are actually believing this thing is going to reach Category 1 hurricane status. This one up here, thinking Cat 2. And then, of course, most of the models, I mean, pretty much, this is a pretty, in a sense, pretty good-looking line in terms of agreement. So pretty much all of the models looking for that type of path. Now, obviously, you want it to instead go that direction, curve completely away from land. But that, at the moment, is not looking like the likely path for this storm. That would be future Hurricane Arthur. In the United States, here's an overview of the severe thunderstorm threat for the next few days. Here's what's happening at this very moment. So we've got, 11 severe thunderstorm warnings just kind of all over the place. And of course, if Arthur out here does start producing tornado, water spouts, or tornadoes, basically this will show up on this site as well, Tornado HQ. In general for today, 2% chance for a tornado, but for quite a large area. And then, presumably parts of Canada, but everything cuts off at the border. 30% chance for 58 mile per hour and greater winds today. Again, with something that's probably happening in Canada and Mexico as well. And then 15% chance for the 1 inch or larger hail. Again, up there, I would guess, and down there as well. Tomorrow, 15% chance for the severe thunderstorms and a 5% chance back there. Here's some web pages for more information. And that is it for today. And stay safe.